Isaiah chapter 46, verse 8. Remember this and show yourselves man. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. In this lesson, we're going into show yourselves men. Okay? Show yourselves men. Do you want to be a man or not? Okay? And we have to understand that's not just any man. Okay? Because we're Israelites. So we are a peculiar people, a special people unto the Lord. As it says in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Okay? We are above all the other nations. Okay? All the other men on the earth. Okay? So what is that man? That is a spiritual, real man. Okay? A spiritual, manly man. Now put that together. Okay? Because if you put that together within your spirit, you will become very powerful. You're talking about a very, very strong man. Okay, let's go back to Isaiah chapter 46. Read verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am Yahweh, and there is none like me. Right, man. The true God, the true power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, and what makes us special men is that he is with us. Okay, so when you say show yourselves man, when you read that and you think about that, being a real man, that is linked to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, because you have other men in the world that don't have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that are manly, but they're manly with no vision. Okay, so they have certain benefits for being that manly that might work out for them, but where's the vision overall? We got the vision. Okay, and that vision comes from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that he put in us to be that spiritual strong man on the earth. Okay, let's read verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. And he put those secrets in us to understand what this is talking about. His will, his counsel. Okay, and now we are his counsel on the earth speaking. He is speaking through us. Okay, so we have all this knowledge, all this understanding to be that strong man. There's really no excuse. There's really no excuse. Okay, now Judas Maccabeus, which I'm going to get into in a minute, was a very strong spiritual man. Okay, I'm going to prove that. But first, let's go to Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. It says, look at the generations of old. Right, go back. Right, these things are written for our learning. And see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? One key, okay, one key ingredient that's very, very crucial is to abide in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That makes you very manly, okay, because that means you're controlling your spirit. You're ruling your spirit, okay? You see? You can't be moved easily. That is a strong man, okay, in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Let's read that again. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despised that called upon him? Right, man, the safe tower, the refuge. Okay, we have a safe place. Okay, and the fear of the Lord is a strong confidence. His children shall have a place of refuge, of safety. So we got all the power on our side to become that strong spiritual man. We have all the ingredients right here. Okay, and then the women, they just got to follow. And if they don't want to follow, okay, well, just go die in the world then, man. Okay, but we got a job to do. You men of Israel, we got a job to do, man. And the spirit on this earth, we are on this earth for a reason. Understand what that reason is. All right. Now let's go into 1 Maccabees. I'm not going to read all of it. I'll jump around a little bit, but through the spirit, man, this shows you Judas Maccabeus was a very strong spiritual man, man. He was a spiritual warrior. Okay, let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 3. I'll start at verse 10. And it says, Then Apollonius gathered the Gentiles together in a great host out of Samaria to fight against Israel. Which thing when Judas perceived, he went forth to meet him, and so he smote him and slew him. Many also fell down slain, but the rest fled. Wherefore Judas took their spoils, and Apollonius sword also, and therewith he fought all his life long. Now when Saran, a prince of the army of Syria, heard say that Judas had gathered unto him a multitude and a company of faithful to go out with him to war, he said, I will get me a name and honor in the kingdom, for I will go fight with Judas and them that are with him, who despise the king's commandments. So he made him ready to go up, and there went with him a mighty host of the ungodly to help him, and to be avenged of the children of Israel. And when he came near to the going up to Betharon, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company. Okay, a small company. Check this out. Who then, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, How shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all the day? Unto whom Judas answered, It is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. See, that's very heavy what he said right there, man. He understood, man. He understood. And with the God of heaven, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company, meaning it don't matter. It doesn't matter. We are different men. You see what he's saying? We are different men. Yahweh is on our side. That's our God. We're not them. What God they got but wood and stone? Okay? So the only help they got is their own self, their own carnality, their own carnal power. We got power beyond ourselves. He was reminding them, man. See, a good leader got to remind Jake that. Okay, because the times we're coming in, a good leader got to speak like that, man. Okay, to redirect the minds from being weak, from being faithless. Okay, and forgetting all the things we read about of Yahweh Shai. Okay, the power of the Lord delivering us in different situations. Okay, in small number at that. Okay, there's more than one example in the scriptures, man. Okay, so we have to remember who we are to really show ourselves man. Okay, because we're not just any man. We are spiritual men. Okay, not just man, spiritual man. That's why I love what Judas is saying here. Okay, let's go back to verse 18. I'm going to start it over from the top. Unto whom Judas answered, It is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few, and with the God of heaven it is all one, to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of the battle standeth not in the multitude of a host, but strength cometh from heaven. You hear that? He understand that, man. It ain't them. It's the Lord. It's the Lord. Okay? It's the strength that comes from Yahweh Shai. If we succeed or not. Not their armor, not their number, not how tall they are, how much muscles they got. Okay, how long they've been fighting in war and, you know, how many kills they got, et cetera, and wins. That shit don't mean nothing. And we got to remember that when Esau come like a flood and he come with his military and shuts down Babylon, all right, we got to have this mind frame. Show yourself spiritual man. Are you a spiritual man or not? Pick. Okay, does what you see always dictate everything? If it does, you're not spiritual. You got to fix that. You got to examine that. That's the truth. That is the truth. Verse 20, they come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us, and our wives and children, and to spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our laws. Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be you not afraid of them. Right, man. We got to take this energy. See, that's beautiful energy that Judas is speaking. Okay, beautiful energy, man. And that mind frame comes from wisdom, which comes from the heavens. See, wisdom has met Judas Maccabeus in his thoughts to speak those things. To remember, man, we got power on our side. Right now, as we speak, not just when Esau come, right now we got the power on our side. Why do you think we believe? Why do you think we understand what we understand? That ain't you. You think that's you? No, nigga, you is you in the world as a nigga. I had to say it like that. That nigga in the world that didn't know shit had no power but himself. But you've been called, okay, to be a spiritual man and not that nigga in the world. Okay? Totally different mind frames there. Totally different mind frames. Okay? Now I'm going to jump around. Let's jump to 1 Maccabees chapter 4. Okay? And y'all can read these chapters by yourself and really go through them. But chapter 4, I'm going to start from the top. Verse 1. Then took Georges 5,000 footmen and 1,000 of best horsemen and removed out of the camp by night to the end he might rush in upon the camp of the Jews and smite them suddenly. And the men of the fortress were his guides. Now when Judas heard thereof, he himself removed and the valiant men with him, that he might smite the king's army, which was in Emmaus. While as yet the forces were dispersed from the camp, in the mean season came Georges by night into the camp of Judas, and when he found no man there, he sought them in the mountains. For said he, these fellows flee from us. Right, saying they're scared. But as soon as it was day, Judas showed himself in the plain with 3,000 men, who nevertheless had neither armor nor swords to their minds. Right. Okay, they had no armor. Okay, no swords. All right, they looked it weak because they didn't have the carnal things, right? Verse 7, and they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong and was well harnessed. Man, them heathens were big in number. They looked very prepared for war. Okay, now a carnal mind can easily get scared and be like, oh shit, what we gonna do? Which I'm gonna keep reading. It says, and was well harnessed and compassed round about with horsemen. These were experts of war. Right, man, they had a lot of experience. Verse 8, then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear you not their multitude, neither be you afraid of their assault. So Judas kept doing this, man. He kept holding that foot, that firm ground in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay, that real spiritual man, and he kept it. He kept reminding them, don't worry about what you're looking at. Only have faith and trust in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay, so he says, fear you not their multitude, neither be you afraid of their assault. Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea when Pharaoh pursued them with the army? And this right here is what we have to continue to do all the way to our deliverance. To remind Jake, okay, you man, you leaders of man, you got to remind, okay, your man this, man. Okay, the weak among you that need to, that need that fire up under them. You got to talk like this. You got to have the spirit on you, man. Okay, because Jake is dealing with all kinds of shit in the world. So how are you going to deal with the worst time in history that's coming if they can't develop the spirit within them, man? This is very important. Back at verse 9. Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea when Pharaoh pursued them with the army? Now, therefore, let us cry unto heaven, pray, okay, fervently, if peradventure the Lord will have mercy upon us and remember the covenant of our fathers and destroy this host before our face this day. That so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel. Right. And this whole world right now is about to know. Okay. But we got to believe in that power. Okay. So when it talks about show yourself man, show yourself spiritual men. Don't forget the spiritual part. Show yourselves spiritual man. You want to be a spiritual man or not? Okay, so examine this. All right, so we all need to examine that, man. So with that, I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash, forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, Akim, out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.